Yes, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, whatever place it is you're tuned on to the Life Signatures Radio. Welcome aboard. I'm glad you're tuned in. I'm glad you're listening to this. If this is the very first time that you're tuning into this show, listening to this show, I want to tell you that this is a daily podcast. It is basically a teaching podcast. It's an instructional kind of a podcast on three subjects: purpose, productivity, and resilience. Those three are critical. So if you're looking for inspiration, if you're looking for motivation, if you're looking for instruction, education on those three subjects, and anything in between there, this is it. And you will notice that we do a lot of series here. If we're going to do instruction and inspiration, then of course we've got to wing a message. For example, at this moment in time, what are we talking about? Talking about living a project-oriented life, which we started talking about this in the past 3 or so days, and it's just growing on me. By the time we continue, it just keeps growing on me. And it's very critical at this hour, in this moment in time, for us to understand what a project-oriented life is. If you have kids in your house today, let me tell you something that you need to understand. The way you lived your life is not going to be the way they're going to live theirs. Either you disciple them in the new dispensation of living a project-oriented life, or life is going to force them to it. And by the time life is forcing you to something, probably it's too late. You're not prepared for it. Anyway, we are going to continue talking about that in this episode today, so stay tuned.
Welcome to the Life Signatures podcast with Lawrence Namale. Lawrence is a life coach, author, and keynote speaker who loves to tackle different topics on purpose, productivity, and resilience. His mission in life is to awaken all your boundless possibilities available in you. Life Signatures podcast is dedicated to bring to reality every single person who knows that deep down in their gut, there's got to be more to life than this. And now, here is your host, Lawrence Namale.
One of the most desirous things growing up, and even today, by the way, it is a job title. It is a title for a job for very many people. You know why? Because job title tells the world that at least you're engaged in something. Tells you that at least at the end of the month, you're going to get paid. You're going to get some money is coming your way. And therefore you can be able to pay your bills. And you can be able to put food on the table, clothes on your back, and take your girlfriend out, your boyfriend out, or something like that, and so on and so forth. Today, that thing is changing. First of all, the job title is becoming rare. Okay, manager, assistant manager, all these things, they're becoming rare by the day. And secondly, even those ones that are available, they don't have enough income commensurate to the education that people have gone through. Especially if the people who have gone through that education are not technical people. Technical people are going to be highly paid, highly needed. But if we did things that are non-technical, we studied things that are non-technical, I think you and I will need to take this message seriously. The message of living a project-oriented life. What is a project-oriented life? It's a life focused on doing tasks that transform this world, help this world, change this world, impact this world directly. And the beauty is that these things are what we love to do. They matter to us. Some of you, what matters to you is animals. Others, what matters to you is people. And others, what matters to you is systems, order. Others is the environment, the air, water, wash, water hygiene and sanitation. That's what matters to you. Others, what matters to you is sports. Maybe even sports administration itself, or entertainment or music. For others, what matters to them is religion. My point is that these are the things that we're supposed to be having at our hearts. Carrying those things in our hearts. In that the work I'm doing or the things that I'm involved in, the things that I'm engaged in, are not necessarily about job titles. So the most important question you're going to ask me is not what is your job title? It's about what project are you doing? What is your project? Let us learn in 2025 and beyond. Let us learn to start asking others this question. Man, what's your project? When you meet an old boy, old girl, or GOB, you meet in the streets. It's been 10 years, 15 years since you last met at school. Shake each other up and shake each other's hands and ask, man, what project are you doing? Not where are you these days? Who has employed you these days? Nah. Ask each other, what project are you doing? You will hear very interesting answers, by the way. For those ones who are doing projects, man, I am doing a piggery. I'm having a piggery farm, piggery project. Others, there's an app I'm building, man. I do believe that this app is important in this day. It's a productivity app that can help people. Someone will say, I'm setting up a company. My project is about writing. I just want Africa to have people who can author books over and over again. And I want as many people in Africa as possible to have autobiographies. Especially the old people who have seen things and the information is they're going to their graves with the information. That's my project. See how alive that is? See how alive that is as compared to I'm a manager. I'm an assistant manager. I'm a project manager. I'm a senior associate. I'm a lawyer. Okay, nothing wrong with those things, but I'm just saying that very few people can tell you that. But even those guys who don't have job titles, okay, they can have a project going on. My project is about arts. This thing I'm creating beads so that people can. I'm using these beads to champion patriotism in countries. So I create artifacts that as having colors, different color schemes for different countries. They are wearables. That's a project. And the project is about patriotism. Are you getting what I'm saying? Living a project-oriented life is something that we've got to start cultivating. From the get-go, we need to start cultivating this idea of having people growing up in our midst. And they are not project-oriented. They're just getting theory after theory after theory. They are cramming things so they can be able to answer at the end of the year, at the end of the term. They answer some questions. Man, that life no longer works. That dog is no longer hunting. It doesn't make sense anymore. I'm not saying you shouldn't. You should do it. You could continue doing what you're doing. That is non-project oriented. But life is going to wake you up. Going to slap you upside the head. Let me tell you some of these things. Some of these things we speak some of these things that are already available here. We need these things right now. And I'm also speaking because this message will be needed 5 years from now. Project-oriented lives. There will be nothing wrong with a 14-year-old having a project that is transforming this world. Or at least a hint of what they want to do. And at least they start doing that. There's nothing wrong with that. Why would a kid wait for 16 years, for 20 years before they can apply for a job and go and work for someone to change this world? It is getting late. It is really getting late, my friends. Population is increasing. I know populations are increasing, and so on and so forth. We are told there are two schools of thought. There is the school of thought of abundance, which I am being convinced by the day to subscribe to. And there's also the school of thought of scarcity that has many as... and we see scarcity actually operating in dismembering the kind of culture we've been living in terms of work, where we go to school so that we can get a job. Culture, I mean, the feedback we're getting in society right now, it's scarcity. There is scarce jobs. But in the same place where we're saying there's a scarcity of jobs, there are very many needs that need to be fulfilled, and they can be fulfilled with people who are project-oriented. These days, by the way, people don't care about how many degrees and how many letters you have, how many abbreviations you have before your name. If I have a problem in my house, I just want to know, can you solve the problem? I'm not going to ask you, bring me your CV. I want to see which Harvard you went to. I'm not interested. And it's not just me. It is big time corporations. They are not interested in CVs, in degrees, and they are interested in solutions. And invariably, they are outsourcing. You know why they are outsourcing stuff? They are outsourcing stuff to people who are in the gig economy, who are project-oriented. So, today, what am I communicating? Replace the need and the urge for job titles with need and the urge for projects. Learn and make it normal for you to meet with strangers and talk about projects other than talk about job titles. So let me ask you, my friend, you're listening to me. What project are you doing? I want to know. You want to know. What is the project that you're doing? What project is in your mind? What project is in your heart? What project is in your hands? What project are you running? That's the way to go. If you ain't running no project, that's not good English, but you get my point. If you're not running any project at this moment in time, can I shock you that your heart and your mind has zeroed in on something of that nature? Your heartbeat is after something. It is after a project. It's just that you're scared. You're asking yourself, is there money in it? That's a question very many people ask, and that's why they end up not living a project-oriented life. Listen, we've got to do this. We've got to change the way we are living, the way we're existing. I'm calling all the parents. We need to meet in that blue tent over there. The guys in Kenya know what I'm talking about. We need to meet and we need to discuss this. We need to talk. We're going to talk about this, especially for the next generation. Let us pluck them off of this holy grail where we came from and plant them in project-oriented lives. This is something we can do at home. Okay? All right. I'm being worked up. I don't know why. We're going to continue doing this in the episode tomorrow. But until then, bye.
Thank you for listening to Life Signatures Radio. If you enjoyed today's show, subscribe to Life Signatures Radio on iTunes, Stitcher, or visit our website at lifesignatures.libsyn.com. Life Signatures Radio, fresh, clean, and inspiring.